Here's the deal, guys. I'm 24 now. I have been obviously dating girls now for 10 plus years. But only 4 to 5 years whilst being committed to a very definitive vision. And I want to share like what I've learned over the past few years, because dating when you don't have a sole definitive goal in life that you're aiming for is extremely different to when you are a hyper-focused, driven guy and you're on a mission. It's extremely different. You're playing a very different game and you've got to approach things completely different. And I actually bumped into a girl in a coffee shop. I'm actually out here in Bali at the moment. But I was in a nice coffee shop and I bumped into a girl I've actually just been on a couple of dates with, seen a couple of times before. Very nice girl, definitely not a fit. We're not aligned in terms of anything like that. But I was just curious. I was just speaking to her. I was asking how everything is, how life is. Obviously what I've been doing since last saw her and everything like that. And I was just really kind of, she was stuck in a point of, she said that she thinks she's the issue, all right? And I know a lot of lads, you also think you're probably the issue. You know, you're seeing it, maybe you're in a relationship or maybe you're single, but you think because you're this hard-working guy, for context, she's very career focused. So it pretty much same, it applies to her. So what I said to her and what I figured out that I told to her, I'm gonna tell to you guys now. And when you're very career focused, you think you're the issue because you think, right, I have this huge goal and like I just like my own space. I like my own office. Like I'm just here now and you can see like I've got all this big setup and I just want to be in here and it's like my own little cave. And I don't want chicks walking around my house, you know, like I'm at that point. You can love someone all you want, but like I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't want that. I want my routine. I want to just get on the office. I want to grind. I want to go to the gym. I want to do my stuff. And she's very similar. And she was saying that she was the issue and she was almost beating herself up a little bit about it, saying that like, you know, whatever happens, she just comes back to wanting her own space and she thinks she needs to fix her issue of letting people in. And I know I've thought that way before. Oh, maybe I need to let people in a little bit more. Maybe I need to take my foot off and like just have a little bit more balance, as society would say. But I think that's completely wrong. And I think you just have to accept that you're a different breed. And my biggest piece of advice I would give you guys, you driven guys who are watching this, is don't look at what society says is a good relationship, a normal relationship. You know, you're in your 20s or your early 30s, you meet a woman, you both get comfortable, you get a house together, you get a dog, you have a kid, and you both just live happily ever after, and you sit and watch TV from 5 p.m. together every night, you go to bed, and then you take all weekend off, Saturday and Sunday, and you spend the weekend together, and then maybe once every month or two, you do a night with the lads, and that's very typical stuff. That you're gonna feel extremely agitated and you are going to resent the girl and yourself if you bring yourself into that frame. So from the very start, right, remember you're not the issue, but nor is the girl. No girl in dating is ever the issue and you're not the issue. How I want you to see it is more like a jigsaw, right? You're this obtuse little bendy piece, right? And that's not an issue, but you just need a piece of a jigsaw which will perfectly mold that. It's not hard to, when you become a career-driven guy and you're working on your fitness and you're a good guy, to go and find a 12 out of 10 attractive chick. That's not hard. It's also not very hard to go and find a chick who's nice, with good morals, a good personality. It's not really that hard. People say it's not hard. There's plenty of girls that I could be in a room tonight with 10, 12 out of 10s, and they're all very nice girls, but I can still just not be that turned on by them because I just know they're not the fit for my end goal. I've got this North Star vision end goal, and they're just not the fit. But that doesn't mean I'm the issue. I don't need to change back. And it's also, I'm not going to take it out on women that they're the fault. You just need to be patient and play your game and be authentic to who you truly are, and let someone just wait, just keep grinding on you until you attract the person that's the perfect fit, and just be at peace knowing that you're good either way. And that's totally cool. And I think the mistake people make is on the first date, I know I used to do this when I was like 18, you would almost like tell the girl everything she wants to hear. 1 second. Sorry, that was just my food delivery coming. But yeah, you would tell the girl like pretty much everything she wants to hear. And that, you know, you want to be a successful guy and you just want to chill, you want to have some kids, you want to do whatever she wants, right? Whatever's normal. And that's completely wrong, because you get into the relationship and then you realize that your authenticity wants what it wants. And it always will. That's your conscience. That's the authentic voice of God inside of you. Like, this is where you need to go. You're going to be uncomfortable unless you follow this, you know? And what you need to do, guys, is from the first date, you need to make it very clear that you know exactly where you want to go. And you're going to say exactly what you want in terms of your vision and what you're looking for. And don't be afraid to say what might not be a fit to the girl. Like, you know, I know my end vision and I know how, but I'm going to give you like a really polarizing opposite. Let's say for the sake of this video, let's say intrinsically your conscience is truly telling you that you want to become mega successful and you want to have 15 kids, genuinely want to have 15 kids, and you're happy with that, you know, 3-4 baby mamas, and you're going to provide for them all, and they're all going to have this like house, and you're going to have nannies, and you're going to spend most of your time working. You're probably going to be traveling a lot with work. You're probably going to be US, you're going to be in Dubai, you might be in Bali, UK, all these hot spots around, and you're just going to be almost at war with work. But that's what your conscience says. You just want to build like an empire and provide and just make sure they've all got the best life possible and build a big legacy family. And it might not be the typical, you get a 3-bed detached house, you have kids and you have a dog, and then you settle down and you spend all your time with your woman, right? If your conscience is telling you to go for that opposite end of the spectrum, you should do that, but you should also tell a chick on a first date that that is what you want, and you will actually be surprised. You know, you will, that's just an example of what you might want, but you will be surprised that what is completely against the grain, some women will be like, yeah, that's just not a fit for me. And don't be attached. You know, there's plenty of good looking, nice women on the planet. Don't try to just, like, it usually comes from insecurity. If you try and close, like hard close, and make sure you're a fit with every person who's good looking and nice, well, that's just an insecurity. When you become so secure in yourself, you don't care, and you also don't have anything against the girl. Like, you can just completely get on with them. You're like, look, I have nothing against you, but like, this isn't where I want to go. And at the end of the day, women want a guy who knows exactly what he wants, and they just want to be feminine, they want to be a fit. Now, not every woman might not want that example I just gave you, but as the man, you should be definitive. You should lead. You should know exactly how you would want your relationship to be. Hypothetically, maybe it's you work every single day, and on a Saturday at 7 p.m. you spend 3 hours with her every week, and that's it. That could be it. That might be what your body right now is telling you want in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't try to go from society's norms, and that's something I press in all areas of life. But, you know, just be authentic. Tell her exactly how it is. And you know what? You'll be very surprised how many women actually just go, yeah, I'd be down for that, because you're so definitive and you're so clear. And the thing is, if it is a case that they only get a few hours a week with you or whatever, you should always be a quality over quantity time with a chick anyway, because if you want to build the future, if you're giving her all your resources, all your time, your energy, your money, well, that's all she's going to get from you, because you're never putting enough of your resources back into you to grow, to actually give you and her more in the future, right? But if your conscience is saying, Jet, you just needs to be like one little bit a week, a woman would rather have that deep down from a high quality man than she would have some simp who can't pay the bills and she's paying for everything and see him every day. So I want you to challenge yourself, and every society norm you know about a relationship or dating or seeing someone, just play to what your authenticity is and lean into being you, and just drop all fears around it and become the best version of yourself every single day. And you will take so much pressure off your shoulders. And I this is how I approach things now. And if things don't work with a chick, I'm totally cool with it. I'm not gonna get, I never leave anything with any hate at all, and they know that. And it's just because the jigsaw is not the right piece. But if you drop your goals or you merge two society norms, you're gonna feel extremely out of alignment, and you're gonna get extremely low frequency. And all that is just gonna end up in you and her like being on a different frequency and end up breaking up anyway, because you end up then turning it into something where you don't like each other, when deep down you did like each other. You were just out of alignment, and then you turned it into something messy. Right? You don't need to do that. You can just have the mature conversation. If you're in something right now, say, look, this isn't aligned. Or if you're dating, don't rush it because she's good looking. Don't rush it because she's nice. You know? That's my piece of advice anyway. That came out the back of a conversation I had bumping into a girl yesterday. But that's how I see things. That's how I go about dating. And just focus on your mission, because at the end of the day, when you focus on your mission, you're going to be so internally fulfilled. You shouldn't need a woman to be fulfilled, and you will always meet someone when you were chasing your mission. It's just a matter of time of keeping being the man you need to be and being authentic, because authenticity is also very attractive. Don't try to be normal to be attractive. Try to be you. No one else can be you, and that's your trump card. Let's go, boys.